we think about artifacts and manuscripts, of course, preservation takes on certain form. In the case of an old book that has journeyed centuries, obviously they don't remain the way they were produced. Various factors through history, either climatic conditions or lack of care or many other factors make that artifact vulnerable to preservation in terms of the condition and so on and so forth. So preservation, as the word suggests, first of all entails in such cases to really make sure that the object is stable, it's in a condition that we can pass on to generations for centuries, and in a way that scholars and students can continue to benefit from it, but while being mindful of the actual physical health of that object. That might take various forms, so it happens more often than not that we have to have that manuscript stabilized with the help of a specialist. That could take the form of actual conservation in some cases, but it also takes the form of stabilizing the manuscript, digitizing it so that scholars can work with the digital copy while not handling it as often as may be required. So all of these things really come within the ambit of the physical preservation. But preservation goes much beyond that. It also means, as Fayaz was talking about, the actual documentation, because we want to know what that object is all about. If there is a book, if there's a manuscript, it sometimes contains a lot of information which needs to be decoded, which needs to be understood, which needs to be documented so that scholars can benefit from it. Sometimes it's in a multiplicity of languages. So all of that, at the second level, the documentation of what that object is telling us is another layer of preservation to really couch it in a broader sense. But preservation is also about, for us in this category, empowering communities, because most of these objects are still in the possession of communities, and they are the custodians of that heritage. So it's not just about centralizing the material in one place, but at times it entails working with the communities, telling them that look why it is important, so that they become the custodian, they become the partner with us in preserving those objects. So that is for the physical objects. In case of intangible materials like oral histories, traditions, preservation means at times documenting the voices of the people who are at an age group where they have a lot to share, they have seen a lot in our community. They could be leaders, artists, intellectuals, scholarly figures, and even sometimes people from all walks of life, because they have seen the world in the way that they have a lot to share with the next generation, especially the young minds. So preservation in that case means sitting down with people, recording their voices, recording their experiences, and then use that data in a way that it can be used for research and other purposes.